A circular disk of radius 0.2 meter is placed in a uniform magnetic field in such a way that axis makes an angle 60 degree. Students, you should be careful with such angles. For that, draw a simple diagram. This is the magnetic field. If this is plane of the coil and axis, this axis makes an angle 60 degree. So this is theta actually. Plane makes an angle 30 degree. If it is mentioned, then this angle is 30. If this is 30, then this angle is 60. In the equation, what we want is this angle between magnetic field and axis. This axis is along the area vector. Done. The magnetic flux linked with the disk. Magnetic flux equal to B dot A. BA cos theta. Magnetic field is given 1 by pi area 0.2 meter radius. So pi r square 0.2 square into cos 60. Pi gone. 2 square 4, 10 to the power of minus 1 square minus 2, cos 60 is half. So it is 2 10 power minus 2, 0.02 Weber. Weber is unit of flux or Tesla meter square. Weber or Tesla meter square. Magnetic field area. A 800 turn coil of effective area is kept perpendicular to magnetic field. Area vector is perpendicular. When plane of the coil is rotated by 90 degree around any of its coplanar axis in 0.1 second. So angle changes with respect to time. EMF induced in the coil. So EMF with respect to change in flux. EMF equal to minus d phi by dt. Done. Now flux is BA cos theta. BA cos theta. Here flux with respect to 0 degree, flux with respect to 90 degree. This can also be written as minus d phi with respect to 0 degree, d phi with respect to 90 degree by time dt. What is initial flux? BA cos 0, then BA cos 90 by dt. BA cos 90 is 0. Magnetic field is 5 10 to the power of minus 5. Area vector is 5 10 to the power of minus 2. Isn't it? 0.05 meter square. It is already in SI. Divided by cos 0 is 1. dt in time 0.1 second. 0.1 second. 10 to the power of minus 1. Magnetic field is 5, 800 turns. This is for a single turn. So multiplied by 800 because of 800 turns. Of course, I should write the same here also. Doesn't matter since it is multiple choice. Now say 8, 5, 5. 5, 5, 25. 25 into 4 is 100. 8 is 200. 200. There is 2 zeros. 2, 0, 10 to the power of minus 2 get cancels. Minus 5 minus 1 is minus 4. Plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2. 2 10 to the power of minus 2. 2 10 to the power of minus 2 is nothing but 0.02 volt. Don't worry about this negative sign. because in any of the options there is no negative sign. If you see that there is no negative sign, comfortably you try to solve. Don't worry about the sign. But this sign, yes, we want, because it is the difference in flux. A uniform magnetic field is restricted within a region of radius r. R. Small circle r. The magnetic field changes with respect to time at the rate of dB by dt. Loop 1. So this is loop 1. Radius r greater than r. R is greater than r. Inner loop is small r, outer loop is capital R. Encloses the region R, and loop 2 outside the region of magnetic field. Then the EMF generated is, this magnetic field changes at this rate. If magnetic field changes, flux changes, there is induced EMF. With respect to this, there is no change in flux. Therefore, EMF equal to 0. So EMF in loop 2 equal to 0. 0 in loop 2. 0 in loop 2. 0 in loop 2. Fine. Now, in loop 1, change in flux is only in this region. So when we are finding EMF, we have to consider flux means magnetic field into area of this region. Magnetic field area of this region is pi r square, small r. Pi r square. Pi r square in loop 1. Capital R. No. This is already gone. 0 in loop 1. It is not 0. So this is the answer. So change in flux. To calculate flux, we need this area. This area is pi r square. Pi r square. It looks like a scary question, but it is relatively simple question. Only thing, you should be strong with your basic concepts and use those basic concepts here. A coil of resistance is placed in magnetic field. Magnetic flux linked with the coil varies with this. Current in the coil in 2 seconds. Current. See, EMF, you know equation. So current equal to EMF by resistance. Ohm's law. EMF is d phi by dt by resistance. This is the equation. There is no negative sign, so don't worry about the d phi. Flux. So change in flux. You have to differentiate this with respect to time. So when you differentiate 50 to 100 t plus 0 in 2 seconds, substitute t equal to 2. T equal to 2. So it is 200 by resistance is 400. 200 by 400 is 0.5 ampere. 0.5 ampere. So next time when current is asked with respect to change in flux, directly go to I equal to this equation. You can save few seconds, and you know, in multiple choice questions or in entrance exams, seconds also matter a lot. Good. A conducting circular loop is placed in magnetic field with its plane perpendicular to the loop. Plane perpendicular. See, this is magnetic field. Plane is perpendicular. So this is the loop. Plane perpendicular to magnetic field. Then draw the area vector. This is area vector. This is magnetic field. Angle between these two is 0 degree. So when they mention plane perpendicular, students do this mistake. They consider theta equal to 90. theta is not 90, theta is 0. The radius of the loop is made to shrink at the rate of 1 millimeter per second. Radius is changing with respect to time. If radius is changing, then area changes with respect to time. The induced EMF when the radius is 2 centimeter is fine. EMF equal to, there is no negative sign, d phi by dt. Flux is BA cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Magnetic field area is pi r square. Pi r square. Therefore, magnetic field pi is outside. Differentiate r square, 2r into dr by dt. This is the induced EMF in such problems. Now, B magnetic field is 2.5 minus 1 minus 2, 10 to the power of minus 2. Pi 2r, r is 2 centimeter, 2 times 2 centi minus 2. dr by dt is 1 millimeter per second. Millimeter is 10 to the power of minus 3. So 10 to the power of minus 3. Number of turns not mentioned, therefore take it 1. So pi 2.5 into 4 is 2.5 into 4 is 10. There is pi in these three equations. 10 minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 3 minus 7 10. So pi 10 to the power of minus 6 EMF volt, pi microvolt. Give attention to this equation.